At least 18 people have been killed in a horror massacre in a Brazilian favela after 400 armed police raided the slum home to an organized crime group in an hours-long bloodshed. A local woman, an officer and 16 gang members were among the dead in Complexo do Alemao after the deadly shootout which saw police helicopters trading fire with the targets after the dawn raid. That had robbed vehicles carrying cargo for banks and other businesses. Videos circulating on social media showed intense shootouts between criminals as well as a police helicopter flying low over the small, brick houses, and barricades set on fire to prevent the passage of security forces. Residents waved white towels and sheets in a signal to surrender, but the slaughter continued, with locals carrying the bodies of the dead wrapped in blankets through the impoverished streets. It's a massacre inside, which police are calling an operation, one woman told AP, speaking on the condition of anonymity because she feared reprisals from authorities. "They're not letting us help victims," she added, saying she saw one man arrested for attempting to do so. With military and guerrilla tactics, while accusing the alleged gang members of using civilians as human shields. Thursday's operation began before dawn and finished around 4 p.m. local time, police said. Nearly 400 police officers were involved, including Rio's Tactical Police Unit, according to the police statement. Ronaldo Oliveira, an investigator with Rio's police force, said officials would have rather just made arrests of suspects, but unfortunately they chose to fire at our policemen. Police spokesman Ivan Blas said the operation's goal was to stop the expansionist policy of criminal gangs in Complexo do Alemao. President Jair Bolsonaro lamented the death of the police officer, 38-year-old Bruno de Paula Costa, but did not mention any of the other people killed. He died after a clash with criminals, the far-right leader said in a statement broadcast on social media. Colonel Rogério Basso, the officer in charge of the operation, expressed his condolences over the 50-year-old woman's death, which he said is under investigation. Her boyfriend told news site G1 that police had shot her while they were stopped at a traffic light. "They shot at the car. I just saw her collapse next to me. When I looked, she had a hole in her chest," said Danielson Gloria. In May, 22 people were killed, also including a female bystander, in an early morning raid of the Vila Cruzeiro favela. That came almost a year after Rio's deadliest police raid, in which 28 people were killed in the Jacarezinho slum. Like the raid in May, Thursday's police operation was criticized by locals for the use of overwhelming force. Rio police officers were due to begin wearing body cameras this year, which some security experts believe may help prevent some, but not all, problems of police abuse. It was not immediately clear whether police were wearing body cameras during the Complexo do Alemao raid. Brazil will also hold presidential elections in October, with security issue and Bolsonaro touting a tough-on-crime approach. Robert Muga, co-founder of Agape Institute, a Rio de Janeiro-based think tank focused on security, said Thursday's raid is a symptom of failed leadership and an institutional culture that condones excessive force. The killings resulting from large-scale police operations is a grim reminder that militarized policing is not only ineffective, it is counterproductive, Muga said in a text message, adding those raids generate extreme violence predominantly affecting low-income black populations while also corroding the trust between residents and law enforcement. Alemao is a complex of 13 favelas in northern Rio, home to about 70,000 people. Nearly three-quarters of them at black or biracial, according to a July 2020 study published by the Brazilian Institute of Social and Economical Analyses. Earlier this year, Brazil's Supreme Court established a series of conditions for police to conduct raids in Rio's favelas as a means to reduce police killings and human rights violations. The court ordered that lethal force be used only in situations in which all other means have been exhausted and when necessary to protect life. In a video shared by Voz de Comunidade, a community news outlet focused on Rio's favelas, residents can be seen calling for peace and waving white cloths from their windows and rooftops. Fabricio Oliveira, one of the coordinators of the police raid, said authorities fear that Friday could be another violent day at the Complexo do Alemao. Our experience has told us that after raids like these police are attacked in every way, Oliveira said. Who will stop Governor Claudio Castro and his disastrous and rights-violating public security policies in Rio de Janeiro, the nonprofit said. Enough of so much brutality. The favela wants to live.